Hi Spark Team! Today we're going to do one of my all-time favorite tricks. It's from 101 Dog Tricks, and it's take a bow. So when we do this trick, the first thing is, it's probably best not to call it bow, because bow sounds too much like down, and they're really similar behaviors. I use tada, but you can pick whatever you want. The way I teach this trick is I use a platform. And I use a platform because it gives me two things. First of all, it has the dog in a stable situation. They know it's not a moving exercise. And the other thing, it gives me some elevation. So when I'm luring the dogs down and when I'm feeding the dog, I can easily come underneath the dog as opposed to over on top of the dog. And that can help a lot. So we're just gonna take little tiny baby steps as we create this. So first is just lower the head. And then as the head comes down more, the elbows are gonna start to bend. And as the elbows bend, we're going to increase the amount of bend until the elbows are finally all the way on the ground. Now, troubleshooting. If you have a dog that wants to lay down, I have 3 pieces of advice. First, you're going too fast, smaller increments. Second, feed up. So as they're eating the food which you've presented underneath them, just bring it up so that they're standing again. That does 2 things. It stops the laying down because they know they're going to have to stand up to get the food. And secondly, it resets you for your next repetition. And the final piece of advice is if you have a dog that really, really wants to lay down, what you can do is you can put your arm underneath their belly with their free arm that doesn't have the food. And you're not going to hold them into a standing position. Your arm is just going to be there so that as they start to lay down, they kind of hit it. And that's going to encourage them to stand back up. And you will see that at the end of the video when I'm working with Ziggy. So let's have fun. It's a great trick and it's really cute.
Girl. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Okay, can you stand? Good girl. Good girl. Good. Good. Good girl. All right, job. Excellent job.
Ta-da! Ta-da! Hey Spark Team, today I got asked for help troubleshooting the take a bow. And specifically around dogs that automatically want to lay down and not bow. And so I pulled my puppy Ziggy out to try and do this. And the first thing I learned is Ziggy is not platform steady. And he kind of scared me because he kind of went off the edge of the table. So I'm holding him underneath his belly with my hand out to the outside of him, which kind of blocks your view. Sorry about that, but that's for safety's sake, for his sake, because I don't want him to fall. And also, it is demonstrating hand position. So my suggestions if you have a dog that automatically wants to lay down is, first of all, click sooner. You really only want to click the motion down of the shoulders. The second thing is feed up. So I have food in front of Ziggy's face and I let him start to have the food down, but I'm bringing him back up into a stand rather than letting him go all the way down into a down. I have my hand underneath him, so if he touches it with his belly, he can't lay down. Now, if he really insisted on, like, if he went flat on me, I would let him lay down. But as I'm feeding up, it's easier for him to stand because he hasn't made it all the way down. And those are my troubleshooting tricks. You can watch the video and hopefully this helps. Good boy.
Good boy. Okay. Good job. Good.